Hello, everyone. Welcome to STL Youth Jobs and our professional development series. My name is Camille Hogan. I am the marketing manager for STL Youth Jobs. We have a wonderful speaker today. I'm going to wait about 1 minute to let that waiting room fill out as people come through, and then we'll get started and do some introductions. All right, we're going to go ahead and get started. Again, my name is Camille Hogan with STL Youth Jobs. Welcome, everyone. I want to remind our participants, if you can and are able to, please turn your camera on. It really helps us with engagement when we know who's talking, and you can unmute yourselves when you have your questions. Also, please use the chat feature. We're going to be using that quite a bit today. So if you have questions, you can leave them in the chat, and then we're going to have some interactive time where we'll ask specific questions and ask you to put an answer in there. We're very, very excited to introduce our speaker today, Mrs. Dixon, who's from Webster University, and she's actually going to be covering a couple of topics. And we're pleased to have her for the first time, actually, as a speaker for us. And everyone, please join me in welcoming Mrs. Dixon.
Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. I want to thank the wonderful ladies of STL Youth Jobs and Urban League, Miss Monique and Miss Camille, for inviting me to talk with you today. I know you've heard the saying, you do you. Well, today I want you to embrace that as we discuss building your professional networking image online and in person. So just to tell you a little bit about myself, I've been working with students for over 20 years now. Can't believe that number, but yes, helping them become career ready and launch successful careers. And today I want to help you. So we will be talking today about your virtual presence. And I know I've been told by Miss Camille that I am in the presence of some of the most intelligent, creative, and innovative people in the area, and you were selected to learn and grow this summer and make an impact on your community. So I'm excited to contribute to your knowledge base for professional development. So we will start today talking a little bit about the seminar. And by the end, what you'll be able to do is identify and navigate your digital footprint, both online and in person, and also talk about your professional image and networking. You'll learn how to create and deliver an effective elevator or networking pitch. We'll talk about the difference in the two, and also learn how to build your professional network. Now, when I say the social media outlet, I want you to put a yes in the chat or use the reactions. You can use the thumb up and give me a thumbs up when I say the social media and if you've used this social media, okay? So if you have posted or commented on Instagram in the chat or give me a thumbs up, tell me yes. Okay, I see some people responding. What do you see, Camille? Do you see a lot of yeses?
I'm getting all yeses.
Okay, definitely.
Keep them coming.
That even means sliding in the DMs. Okay, so what about Snapchat? And we all know that it really doesn't disappear. I'm seeing that tick go up, 18.
LOL, no in the DMs. Good.
Yeah. So who's been on TikTok? Okay, getting some yeses there too. Okay, this is one that some people know about and others don't. Discord. Have you heard about Discord?
I have.
Okay. Discord is one of those new social media platforms where you can form small groups of like-minded people. But are you seeing some yeses, Camille?
Yeah, quite a few.
Okay.
Which
How
I think.
about Reddit? Reddit is another one of those where like-minded people get together. Okay.
No, more no's on the Reddit side.
Okay. And how about Twitter? Who's been on Twitter lately? Seen some yeses? Okay. Well, definitely. I'm even talking about Black Twitter. So I need some extra yeses because I know there's a difference. And then okay, I'm going to talk about Facebook, and this is before your parents joined and you decided to let them have it. Who's been on Facebook? Okay, and lastly, we're going to say YouTube. Who does YouTube? I know I get my hair tutorials all from YouTube, and definitely I learned a few things using YouTube.
You want to learn how to do anything, do it on YouTube.
Anything. That's the new teaching platform.
I've seen a couple thumbs up.
Okay,
Well,
good. Good. And then lastly, if you've ever rated a business or been on a web page or gave your opinion on something on a web page. So just being on the internet in general, commenting on something or giving your opinion. Okay, I'm seeing it go up. Lots of yeses, okay. Well, if you've left any comment or been on any of these social media platforms, you've left a digital footprint that can follow you. Okay, so that's what we're going to talk about today. So, what is a digital footprint? Well, anytime you are online, you are creating a digital footprint in everything you share, everything you post, every website that you visit, whether deliberately or inadvertently. So let's talk about the two types of digital footprint. One is called passive. So you can leave a passive digital footprint by sharing data unintentionally. For example, when you visit a website, they can log your IP address, which gives your approximate location. Now, I know recently, Camille, for me, I've seen a lot pop up when I go to a website and it'll say, allow this website to know your location. So, you know, you've experienced that when you've been on a website, but they are really tracking things. So you have to be cognizant of that. And if you allow a website to install cookies, that's another one, accept these cookies. This shares information with the site and allows them to track your online movement and target you for advertisements. So your search history can be saved by search engines if you've logged in. So I know you've been on a website and all of a sudden you get, you know, you were looking at those Nike Air Force Ones and then all of a sudden you get an advertisement. So that means that company was tracking your information. So even if you go on to your Instagram account and you start seeing these advertisements and wondering why, that's what's going on. So that is when you're being passive. But if you're being active, all the information that you are actively sharing online, which is called your active digital footprint. Now, this covers everything from that quiz you took, right? A lot of us take those online quizzes, signing up for mailing lists or entering any type of details to make a purchase or even creating an account online. All of that is active participation and it is being tracked and it becomes part of your digital footprint. So, why is your digital footprint so important? Well, you all know we live in this new age of cancel culture. So I want you to use the chat for me again, and I want you to name. This can be a person, whether they're a celebrity on the internet or Hollywood famous. Name someone that you know has been canceled because of something they've said or done online. So give me some answers in the chat. So what do we see, Camille? Anybody giving? Who said? I saw it jump.
I saw Trick Daddy.
Okay.
Papa John's man. You all should have a lot of recent examples.
Yeah.
Kevin Hart? What? I didn't even hear about
That
Kevin.
was the first one I thought about, Kevin Hart, because he lost his job on the Oscars because of
Oh,
cancel culture.
Kanye West,
Yeah, yeah,
J.K. Rowling, Ellen, Nick. I'm not sure what.
definitely. Definitely Ellen. We've seen that all over the news. So you get when I say that we are in this cancel culture. So everything we say or do, whether we think it's private or not, it can affect many things in our lives. So these days, you can be one and done if you say or do something wrong, whether it was today, 5 years ago, or even 10 years ago, because the things that Kevin Hart was accused of, those were like 10, 12 years ago when he first started his comedic career. So we see how they can come and creep back up because of that digital footprint. So it affects our, what's important right now to you guys. Some of you might be looking at college. So college admissions, you can be denied from college just because of something you said or done online if found. You can be denied scholarships, and it can cost you thousands of dollars in scholarship money. Also, when it comes to job search and your career, you can be fired or not even hired because of your digital footprint. So we have to think about these things all the time. Also, it can affect your family. Remember, you not only represent yourself, but you represent your parents, your family, your siblings. All of these people take part and are definitely affected by what you do and say. And lastly, on this list, your friendships. You can damage friendships, and sometimes not to a point where they can be repaired by what you say or do online. So we have to keep that in mind, and that's why it's so important. So another thing you want to think about is protecting yourself and your reputation. Social media isn't going anywhere, and it clearly has its benefits because we can communicate in ways we never imagined, but you have to be responsible. We've seen it here during this virtual year that we've had. We've learned online, we've played online. All of these things would not be if it wasn't for the internet. So we don't want to just dismiss it, but we want to be responsible users. So we want to think about protecting yourself and your reputation. So I want to put this in the chat if I can. Uh, I'll have to do it later, but there are ways that you can protect yourself on how to set your Google alerts. Give me a yes or a thumbs up if you've ever Googled your name online, because that's very important. Even if you have a common name, it's very important you Google yourself. See what information is out there. That's how you can check on your digital footprint. Camille, I see you're laughing. Some people have done
It's
that.
always on top of it. I like that.
Oh, good, good, good. So you always want to think about how you're being represented, and that's a good way to check on it. Another way is think twice before you post. Even in a fit of anger, you can type it up, but just don't hit the sit button because you want to make sure that you're responsible in what you say and do. So always think twice before you post. Also, there's ways to remove things from all internet platforms. You just have to try to clean up that social media. You can do that as well. And I'll have a link on how to remove your personal information from Google. So I'll have that and I'll put that in the chat later. But also, we sometimes just don't use our privacy settings. So if you don't want things to be public, use your privacy settings. Make sure that you do that about once a year, because oftentimes those privacy settings can sneak up on you and they'll change things and you think you had this locked and then it becomes unlocked. So make sure you're using those privacy settings as well. And then another fun thing to do is set Google alerts. And I'll have a link for that. But you can set Google alerts so when your name is mentioned online, you get a text or an email that says this was mentioned and where you can find it. So make sure that you're doing that. So with all of that knowledge that you've learned about the key facts about your digital footprint, I'm going to stop sharing for a moment and we're going to take a short quiz. Okay, see how we can do this. Let's see here. Okay. I'm going to share again. And Ms. Camille is going to help me out. Okay, Camille, can you see the quiz?
I can.
Okay, so Miss Camille is going to help me out, and I need your help as well because I'm going to be the main one selecting the answer, but I want you to put an answer, and we're going to go A, B, C, D since there's 4 selections. But you could do 2 things. You can answer in the chat by putting A, B, C, D as your answer, or you can give me a thumbs up. Let's see. If you have emoticons, you can choose them in order and make sure that you choose one, like an A could be the happy face and so forth. So if you want to do that, you can take that as the emoticons, or we could do it in the chat. But our first question is, what is your digital footprint? Is it A, the time you spend on your computer? B, the digital trail you leave behind? C, is it opposite of your digital fingerprint? Or D, the amount of electronic devices you buy in a year? So let me see some answers in the chat.
A lot of B's in the chat. We got one A.
Okay, so you give me the majority, Camille, and we'll see if it's correct.
Definitely B.
Okay, we're gonna say B. And you are correct. Okay. Every time you do anything online, whether it's visiting a website, we've talked about that, online purchases or conversations, a search engine or posting on social media leaves a digital trail or a footprint. Great. Okay, let's do the next one. How long is your digital footprint visible for? Is it A, it creates a permanent record? B, it depends on websites you spend most time on. C, your digital footprint wipes clean after a year. Or D, the record never lasts for more than a month. Let's see some answers.
A lot of A's coming in.
Okay, permanent record. Let's see.
A, B.
Anybody else?
Majority's A.
Okay, let's go A. Yes, we got a smart group here, Ms. Camille. Let's see here. It's important to be aware that a digital footprint creates a permanent record. Every time you visit a website, right on social media, like we talked about, it's recorded somewhere and can be traced. Very good, guys. Okay, next question. Who can see or use your data from my digital footprint? Only the police have access to the possible private information. That's A. Your digital footprint is potentially visible to anyone. B, it is visible to professional, but they need special permission. That's C. And D, data from your digital footprint cannot be used for commercial purposes. That gets a little tougher. What do you see, Camille?
So far, all B.
Okay, let's see.
Lots of B's.
Oh, you were right, Camille. This group is smart. So yes, our digital footprint can potentially be visible to anyone who wants to find out more about you or your online habits. That's about we think that only certain people can see it, but hey, anyone can have access. Okay, next question. Your friend regrets posting a particular picture or photo and wants to take it down. Is that possible? And how would they do that? So A, is it very easy to take down a photo posted by just using the delete button? Then no one else can see the photo anymore. B, photo can easily be deleted from your account, but someone might have already saved or copied it. C, it's a little tricky, but it can be done by asking a professional. And D, you can easily trace anyone who saw or copied your photo. Let's see, what are some of those answers?
C, B, B, lots of B's.
Lots of B's?
C's, but a lot of B's.
Okay, let's see. Let's see B. Okay, correct. It is true that you can delete a photo once posted on your account, but you never know if someone has saved it somewhere else. So somebody can capture it, do that screen capture. They can take a picture of it, so it's out there. Yep, that's the right way to go. Okay, we got 4 out of 10 so far. So what can happen when you give your personal data, like your email address, in exchange for free apps, which I've done myself, and services? Nothing can happen. That's A. It isn't really used. It's just compulsory to ask for that information. When giving your email, you're automatically entered into a lottery where you can win something. Or D, everything you do online is of value and is used by companies looking to target you for advertising. So A, B, C, or D?
A lot of D's coming in.
Okay, that's correct. Everything you do online, that anything that you do online can be used for advertising. So always remember that. Okay, next question. You've been sent a personal picture to a friend online, which you only want them to see. Is there anything you should consider? Well, not really, since you only want them to see it. If it's safe to send, that's A. B, think before you post. Once it's out there, you can't take it back. C, you can always delete the picture if you don't want it online anymore. Or D, you don't have to worry since you can control who sees your picture. See if everybody was listening. What's the answer?
A lot of B.
Okay, I'm thinking B too. That's
Oh.
right. You should consider that when you post something online, it can be easily copied or shared. So you always want to think before you post. Good answer. Okay, here's what we talked about cleaning it up. How could you improve your digital footprint? Can you A, check your social media privacy settings to make sure you're only sharing with people you know and trust? B, share your personal information with a good friend or family member so they can help you stay safe online. C, it's best not to post anything if you want to stay safe. Or D, it's not necessary to think before you post. A, B, C, or D. Let's see what everybody's saying.
Couple A, couple B, C. Oh, we're getting a mix. C.
Good mix?
A. Oh, it's quite a mix, actually.
Okay, okay.
I'd say
I'm
between
gonna go
A and C.
between A and C.
There's about half and half.
I'm going to choose C. Wait a minute. C says adjusting your privacy settings because A is the right answer. All those who chose A. Adjusting your privacy settings on all social media accounts can help you control what others see. And like I said, don't do it just once. Keep doing it about once a year. Okay? So what can you do to minimize any negative consequences of your digital footprint? A, you can always ask friends permission before posting a picture or video of them online. Don't post anything because it's too risky. That's B. C, there is nothing you can do. Or D, create false accounts to keep yourself safe. Now, I know there's a lot of false accounts out there. So let's see who's the right answer. Let's see.
Everyone says A.
Okay, let's see. Ask a friend. Okay, get into the habit of asking your friends permission before posting a picture of or the video of them online, because you have to remember the things you do online can affect their digital footprints too. So when you're tagged in a photo or you tag someone else, always think about it, because you're not only representing yourself, you're representing them too, and you don't want to put them in hot water either. Okay. We're almost done to the wire. Let's see, how can you use your social media profile to develop a positive online presence, which could potentially benefit you in the future? You can A, think of who might look at your online profile in the future, like college admissions, tutors, or employers. B, anything you post is fine since you can delete it. C, use social media to make as many friends as possible, those who are trying to keep their streaks alive, and also those who are trying to up their Instagram followers. So use social media to showcase how much fun you are by posting lots of pictures of you at the different parties. So which one? A, B, C, D. What are we seeing?
A. I think A.
Okay. So remember the key word in there was developing a positive online presence. Let's see. Yes, think about the wider audience of your post. And don't post anything you wouldn't want your mom, your dad, your grandma, possible employers, or college admissions tutors to see. Okay. And here's number 9. What is personal data? This is a kind of trickier one. Information which nobody else can access other than you personally. A secret that only you know about. That's B. C, information that could identify you or someone else. Or D, data concerning personnel working for a company. Think about that. Okay, what are we seeing?
C.
Okay.
Lots of C.
Okay. That is correct. Okay, so personal data is any information relating to an identified or identifiable natural person. That's right. And the last one, oh, well, that was our last one. Okay. Well, I picked the wrong one on purpose. I think that all of our students are super smart and got that 10 out of 10. So I am proud of all of you guys because you definitely are becoming more responsible online and how you want to do yourself professionally. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen again so we can go back to the presentation. Let's see here. Let's go back here. And I'm going to try this trick again. Let's see if I can go from the current slide. Let's see here. Okay. Okay, what are you seeing now?
I see your presentation.
Okay, we're going to try it. Let's see if it'll work.
Still the same. No?
What do you see now?
Still the presentation.
Yes, we did it. Okay, so next we are going to talk about an elevator pitch or networking pitch, some people call it. So now that you're all familiar with your digital footprint and online presence, what about networking in person? So we'll talk about elevator pitches and networking pitches. So therefore, an elevator pitch or a networking pitch is just a 30 to 60-second commercial all about you. The term was actually first used by an executive at the magazine Vanity Fair, and it's derived from the following scenario. So if you were on an elevator and you only had about 30 seconds or a minute to sell yourself, your qualifications to someone, you should be ready to give a brief summary of yourself. So remember the key components are, because we're definitely going to break out in our breakout rooms, so we'll practice this today. But you want to always remember to include, number one, your name. You always start with your name and a good greeting. So, hi, my name is. And then you can go into your educational background. So if you're in high school, what high school do you attend? If you're in college, what college do you attend and what's your major? If you've graduated and you're working a job or learning a trade, you can share that and tell a little bit more about it. That would be part of your educational background. Then you move on to activities. So again, if you're high school or college, what clubs are you involved in? Have you been selected for special committees? You can talk about even being selected for St. Louis Youth Jobs and talk about the program and the career development you're going through and all the skills that you're learning. So that would be part of your activities. Then let's talk experience. If you're in high school, you may not feel like you have a lot of experience. So what's your GPA? Are you a member of the National Honor Society? Talk about your summer job or how you volunteered or played a sport. All of that is part of your experience. Then you want to talk about goals, passions, aspirations. What do you want to do when you grow up? I know like you guys are really close to this, so definitely starting to think about professions and careers and all that. But if you could take money out of the factor, what would you want to do? What are you passionate about? What are the things that really wake you up in the morning and you say, I want to do this? So also, how would you change your neighborhood, your community, the world? We have a lot of things going on in our world today. So what do you think about those things and how can you contribute? That could be your goals, passions, aspirations. So you want to share information about yourself, but you want to make it relevant. So you don't want to go too personal, not too much TMI, okay? So keep it about you and about your aspirations, and also practice it. You can practice your pitch, especially in the mirror. If you can't look at yourself in the eye, I always say, how can you look at someone else? So always practice in the mirror and also be aware of your facial expressions because you know that weird tick that sometimes you do. You might not want to do it in front of somebody. So you want to make sure that you're looking at yourself in the mirror and practicing your interpersonal skills as well as your communication skills. So with all the practice you do, you should still be natural. Some people associate practice with being rehearsed, but really the more you practice, the more natural you will be because you are organizing your thoughts. The worst thing you can do is not practice and stumble over your words or use a little and this and that because you can't think of the words. So it's one thing to be natural because it will be, because it's coming from you and it's talking about you, but also you want to be rehearsed or practiced because you want to have your words organized, okay? So there's nothing wrong with practice at all, okay? So I want you to look at this example. take a look at it, because now Miss Camille is going to help me to put us in breakout rooms and we're going to practice. So you see the example is, hi, my name is, and you tell your name. I'm A, like we talked about, you're in high school or in college. I am A, and you could talk about yourself a little bit, what type of student you are, so forth. I'm involved in that sports, clubs, volunteer work, possible career, how you like to spend your free time, something you might be passionate about. And then again, if we're doing this because you might talk to someone that can give you an opportunity, what type of job or internship or career are you looking for? Okay, give me a thumbs up or a yes in the chat if you're ready. Okay.
Also, if you're able to take a screenshot or
Yes.
use your phone to take a photo, and that'll help you remember in the room.
That would be great. So I'm going to stop sharing for a moment, if that would help. Would that help, Camille, or should I just keep sharing?
I'd leave it.
Okay, let's leave it. Okay, let's go into our breakout rooms now, and we will give it, Camille, can we give it about a minute? I can time it also.
Sure.
Okay, so we're going to give it, so if we're going to say 2 minutes, let's give it a minute to get it out and then 2 minutes. We're not going to spend too much time. So 2 minutes total per room, maybe? Or you need a little bit more time? How much time are we working with?
I'd give it a little more time.
Okay, so how many are going to be in the room?
Between 2 and 3.
Okay, so let's say, do we have enough time to go 5 minutes?
Yes.
Okay, let's do that.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna break out the rooms. Everybody should be ready. I think you and I will also be pulled into a room. Is that how you want it?
Okay, I can do that.
Okay. All right, here we go. Hi, all, can you hear me? You gotta unmute yourselves if you can. Anybody hear me? Are you not here? Amber, Madison, and Josh. If you're able, can you unmute yourselves, talk to me in the chat, or turn your video on? Amber and Madison.
Hello.
Hi, Amber, can you hear me? Let's see, Amber, shoot. I'm gonna have you go. Oh, Josh. Amber, can you hear me? Hi, Jerica. Alexis, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm gonna have you join another room. Everybody's in a breakout room, so it's gonna take just a moment. Room 8. You should be getting a pop-up now to join the room. Trinity, can you hear me? I'm gonna also assign you to a room. Oh, they got about 2 minutes left in their breakout rooms. Dania, I just sent you to your room. You should be getting a pop-up for it. Dania, can you hear me?
Yes,
Yeah, can you hear me?
yes, I
Did
think.
you, did you get a pop-up to join a breakout room?
Yes, I keep going in and out. So,
Okay,
mm,
sorry, I don't know why it's doing that. It's okay, they're gonna wrap up in about 2 minutes, so they're almost done.
okay. Thank you.
Yeah, sorry about that.
No, you're fine.
Hi, Miss Adams.
Hi.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
Doing well. Good to hear your voice. I can't see your face, but I guess it's good to hear your voice.
Yeah, I see. I was playing with the video earlier. It wasn't working out.
Okay. All right.
So, yeah. I'm sorry about that.
Mhm. At least you tried. I appreciate it.
All right. No problem. I can't even see Camille.
You
No,
Or
can't.
you. I see
Did
neither
you
one of y'all.
Did you see
Really?
the presentation she had?
See
No.
the who?
Did Mrs. Dixon, could you see her presentation?
I did, but it was like lagging.
Yeah, that happens too.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. We got about 30 seconds. All right, everybody's coming in now. Welcome back. A couple rooms are still wrapping up. Did everybody have enough time? Was that too long? Just right? Mrs. Dixon, you're muted.
Yeah, I said we got about 3 rounds in, so we did good.
Good.
Okay, am I ready to share again? Let's see. Okay, are we doing good? We're on the just the slides, right?
I can see your notes this time.
Okay, let's get those notes off of there. We're going to end it again. And then we're going to go back in, current slide.
There's something about just that first share, I think.
Okay, can you see just the notes?
No, I can see it now, your notes.
Oh no, let's try it one more time. I'm going to stop sharing.
Yeah.
And then let's share again. Okay, and now we're going to current slide. Okay, what do you see now?
I still see the notes. Weird.
No. I'm going to try it one more time. And if not, we'll just wing it.
I still see it.
We're just going to go without it then, it seems like. Hide presenter view. Is this okay?
Yes.
And let's see it one more time.
Yeah.
Still see my notes?
Mhm.
No fun. Okay. We will stop that share and we're going to end the slideshow to show just the slide then. Okay. Okay, so give me a yes if you guys enjoyed that activity and was able to really share some great information with each other about what you're passionate about, your activities, all that. Good. And remember what we said. You take this activity today and then practice. Add a little bit more about yourself if you would like, but you have all of the essentials to practice, okay? So we are going to move forward. So how do you build your network in person? And this is what it leads us to using that elevator pitch, okay? So now that you've done the elevator pitch, where do you use it, okay? Starbucks, Bread Co., the library, anywhere there's people and professional people, these are places where professionals hang out and are in line. So one thing I always say, instead of pulling out your phone when you're sitting in the dentist's office or the doctor's office this summer, why don't you strike up a conversation? Because you never know who you're sitting next to. You never know how that person can help you in your internship pursuit if you're in college, or just learning more about what you might be interested in, how you can apply that. So never take for granted standing in the line at Schnucks or anywhere else. Instead of being on your phone, engage with the people around you because it happens everywhere. The second place is your school. I know that at our school in Hazelwood, we not only have our PTA, which used to stand for Parent Teachers Association, they've expanded it to Parent Teacher Student Association. So students are welcome to join PTA. And this is a great place for you to meet professionals because the parents and all those that are students in your groups can actually help you out. You might learn from a student, a place where they interned or a place where they volunteered. You might learn from their parent where they work and they might be looking for someone. So you always want to take advantage of your school situation because let's be real, that's where you hang out, that's where you are. About 8 hours of your day, you're probably spending less time at home and other places. So remember that as well. Now, also volunteering. I know again, at our school district, our students have to volunteer at least 50 hours before they graduate. These hours can be anywhere. And if you are in a place of business, that's where you can meet professionals and ask about what they're, or be strategic with your volunteering as well. And you can ask those professionals about what you can do to enhance your networking, okay? I just know I was with Zaria and she was talking about animal science. Well, if you volunteered at the APA here in St. Louis, you're going to meet a lot of people that can help you out with your internships or meeting other people in that field. So never neglect an opportunity to volunteer and learn about those professionals. Also fairs. So that can be college fairs, it can be job fairs, but these are great ways to use your networking and elevator pitch and learn more about opportunities. But then now we're online. So you got LinkedIn, you got Facebook groups. We talked about Discord and Twitter. All of these are places to network and build your network. If you think it's too early to have a LinkedIn account, it's not. Go ahead and form that LinkedIn account and profile now and build on it as you graduate from high school, you go into college, because that's where business happens. You have LinkedIn where you connect with other professionals, but also there's LinkedIn jobs where you can get information about internships and other types of jobs. But the great thing about LinkedIn is at the same time you're finding out about professional opportunities, you're connecting with the people that work there. Because if you find something, you can link it back to the profile of those that work there, okay? Also think about professional association events. This is a great place for you to use your networking and elevator pitch, because you can attend things as a student and actually meet professionals in that field. So never neglect an opportunity where you think that there might be professionals gathering as part of an association. Also, Greek life, there's a lot of professionals that are a part of Greek organizations as well. And then don't really discount family functions and social events. Your uncles, your aunts, they're doing great things. You can connect with them and also connect with their friends. Okay, so never leave out family gatherings, especially this summer as things are opening up. You know, COVID, you know, is still here, but we're able to safely be around family, because networking happens everywhere. So never discount an opportunity to connect. Okay. So be open to new connections. And now I just want to take this opportunity, if you have questions about networking in person, your digital footprint, or also just basically networking in general, where to do it and how, we can take that as an opportunity to ask questions. So Camille, I don't know if we want to allow students to.
I'm sorry, I just muted you instead of
Oh,
unmuting.
that's okay.
Can you repeat that?
No, I said that if we could take this opportunity for students to use the chat to ask a question, or they can just unmute themselves. I know we have a big crowd of about 37, but as long as we don't talk over each other, I think this is a great opportunity to do that.
Yes, feel free to unmute yourselves. If you don't feel comfortable, you can also use the chat. Yeah, but now is the opportunity. You have the expert, the professional in front of you. Ask away. And she's talking about networking, so now's your chance to build that up.
And I know how some of them can be shy at this time, so questions might come later.
I have a question.
Yes, this is Zuri, I see.
Yes, ma'am. Sorry, my camera doesn't work.
That's okay.
But I was gonna ask, can you drop the link so we can find how to remove certain things from social sites?
Yes, I will do that. Let me, you know what, I'm going to stop sharing so I can make sure that I can get that information for you. Yes, I will do that.
Thank you.
I recently learned too, I think any Apple products, they are asking those questions more frequently because they want you to be aware when you are being tracked. So you'll see that pop up more often.
I think there has been some changes where you can, they are paying more attention to it, so you can contact directly. But I do have that, and I'm going to get that link for you right now.
I got a question. Okay, I'm an upcoming YouTuber.
Okay.
I want to know,
good.
can I promote my channel name in the comment, and can y'all go subscribe to it? I got 144 subscribers. I'm trying to get to 200. I'm an upcoming YouTuber.
Okay, and that's part of your networking. So if it's okay with Miss Camille, let's do it.
Go ahead, Johnny.
Thank you.
I'm also putting in the chat while questions keep coming in. We do have a post survey for this. I'm going to send you an email with all of the resources that we do have available from this chat, but it will also include the survey. And we ask that you fill it out because we want your feedback on what's working, what do we need to modify as we keep doing these events through the summer. So we really do look at it. We've had great feedback so far, and you get entered to win a gift card every time you complete it for each session.
That would be my motivation as well.
We got the. Go ahead.
I was gonna ask about networking.
Yes.
So I think it's kind of difficult to network when you don't know what you want to be yet, what you want to pursue. So it's like, who do you network with? What type of people? Which field do you network? You know, it's hard, and especially you have to be comfortable talking about that. And if you're not really sure, how can you be confident and comfortable talking about it?
So, and who am I? Okay, is it Micah?
Maka, yes.
Maka, okay. So
Yes.
Maka, you are not alone. There are many people still trying to figure it out. Even when you get to my age, you're trying to pivot and reinvent. So I would say if you're still trying to figure it out, there's enough people trying to figure it out that I would say concentrate on things. When we talked about that part of your networking pitch, that's about your goals and your passions. And even if you can just think about what really drives you. What are you passionate about? If you don't have anything you're truly passionate about, what are your likes and dislikes? Lean toward those likes and start trying to figure out some of those things and how they can really help you to volunteer, number one, because I think volunteering is a big way to kind of figure things out. And then just like you just did today, express that when you're talking with someone. I'm really still trying to figure it out. And I would like to learn more, a little bit about everything so I can figure out what I would like to do. Now, Maka, are you in high school or in college?
I am a freshman in college.
Freshman in college. Okay. So does your college have a career services center?
I'm not sure yet.
Okay. Are you entering in the fall as a freshman?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Well, I do have some good news for you. Most colleges, even if you're not a student yet, will allow you to meet with a career services professional and take assessments to figure out what your interests are. So before you know it, you'll have a couple of points to say, hey, this is something I like, and this leads to this type of career or this interest. But I would lean heavily on your career center. What school do you go to, or will you be going to in the fall?
Merrimack Community College.
Oh, see, because of my years of experience with career services, I have friends at Merrimack. So I am going to get some information. You saw that my information, I'm going to put my email address in the chat. I want you to email me your information, and I am going to connect you with the career services folks over there, okay?
That sounds great. Thank
Yeah.
you.
I got a teacher. I got like 2 teachers that used to like go to school at Webster University. So one of them was actually my therapist. So I'm trying to see how long you been working there.
I have been at Webster for over 17 years.
You probably know her. You probably know them. So and they actually like, cause I was going to a school in Webster Grove. Well, all the schools in Webster Grove. And one of them was actually my therapist. She was telling her that she had to like complete like a certain amount of hours to graduate. She was a senior, and she was like I don't know if they get to pick or not, but she became my therapist over there at Webster University. She became my therapist at the school, like around the corner from Webster University, and she was telling me about it and everything. That's why I actually wanted to go. I wanted to go to a lot of colleges, but it was just
so
depend on which one got my major.
So many choices. Well, yeah.
Yeah, it was like I didn't know, because I first wanted to go to Mizzou, but it was like so many colleges like came up to the school that I was at. I never thought I was gonna make it into college because I was like so bad. But it's like my first college that I wanted to attend was Webster University, because my teacher, she was actually like a senior there, and she was telling me about it and everything. And I was like, I want to know, do they got my major? And my first time seeing Webster University when I was a senior in school, and I went to Webster University out there. I went to school out in Webster University, and everything, like, it's really big out there. That college is so big. Like, I don't even think I'm gonna make it, like, just walking up the steps. I don't know.
So, Janae, it sounds like that you made some good connections already. So you'll have to keep that going, okay?
I don't know. I gotta see.
Sounds good. Okay.
Maka. I was just going to talk to Maka and tell her I'm currently returning to fall as a junior at SEMO, and like I'm a transfer, so what I did was just like try to get involved, like go to like the Black Student Union on campus, or like events to get involved. And you may want to do something that you never even thought about that came across your mind. And that's how I just say, like, to try your best to get involved. Like, if you have time, just visit things on campus. Like, I never seen myself being a party person, but like I went to parties to see how it was, and you meet a lot of people like around campus. Like, you may not even be a friendly person, or you might not be a social person, but when you get around people, like, they do make you feel comfortable. Not to say you have to be very open, but like, as long as you get involved, it will open up more opportunities for you to like see things that you never thought you could see yourself doing. and a lot of programs, because I'm in like a lot of college programs, and I still have that connection with some of those people when I first got into those programs.
You're right, Zuri, because that is the ultimate way. And like you said, Maka is trying to find her way when she gets on campus and learn about new things, but being active, staying involved with things that you might even know that you're interested in, but just keeping yourself around people and talking to people about their career choices or major choices, that's the way to do it. Just be open to meeting new people and having conversation, because one of the things I want you to take away from this, networking is basically having conversations. That's what it's all about. So if you're being honest and saying, hey, I don't know what I want to do, but here's some things I'm interested in. Those are conversations where people will pick up on certain things and guide you in the right direction. So Zuri is so right. Even if it's college parties, you're still meeting people. And like I said, the people you meet, you don't know what their parents do. So maybe they're not professional yet, but you know, they have parents that are doing things and they can connect you. So keep that network growing by just having conversations. But like I said, with the elevator pitch and the networking pitch, you practice that, you can learn what to talk about, and then keeping your digital footprint where networking is easy, because then you don't have to worry about what's online about you, okay? I'm loving these connections, Camille. They're making connections with one another.
How do you know when, like, when you talk about digital footprint, like, how do you like know when, like, when you look up, like, it don't show all the information, but it show like half of the information, like your address and stuff. But it's like when you want to look up certain specific stuff, like it don't show everything. Like on some of them, you have to pay for them though. But like I'm saying, like, how do you, when you look up and you like say somebody posted something about you and it's like on there forever, and you try to look it up, it's not on there. How do you do that?
Well, it's hard sometimes. You may not find everything through the sum of the resources, but you should be able to find most. But know that if it's hard for you to find, it probably is hard for someone else to find too. So don't worry about it too much. But the things that do pop up, you can manage that through the Google, the information I provided in the chat, that's through Google. But also, like I said, creating those alerts so you can make sure what's come up in the past. So did you, is it Janae? Janae, did you look at the chat? I did put the two types of how to do Google Alerts and then also how to remove personal information in there.
I don't know. I don't think I did.
Okay. And you know what, also, I did hear Miss Camille say that she's gathering all the resources and she's going to have those available for you as well.
Yeah, so check email is the same email that you use to register for this session. We send out a recording and all the resources that were listed with those links.
Okay.
That sounds great. Well, Camille, it does sound like they're doing some networking amongst one another. I love it.
I'm excited to see this. And I wanted, before I forget, I wanted to give a special shout out to our participants from Discover You. We have the afternoon class here, and it's a brand new program with STL Youth Jobs, 15-year-olds entering the workforce for the first time and learning about skills before even going to a paid summer job. So we're very excited to have everyone here.
Yes.
Yeah, I got a 15-year-old, like, can you repeat that? Yeah,
so it's a new program this year, 2 sessions, AM and PM, for 15-year-olds, and they do online and in-person a mix, and an option to do some career shadowing. But before you do our summer program where you go to a permanent work site, this is more of a training session and brainstorming session as a class.
Do they get paid for it? Because I was looking up, okay, so my niece, she's 15 years old. I asked Caitlin about that. Like, she was like that they already full. And I'm trying to get my niece in it because she need to get out the house. She need to get a job or something. She get to the age where she need to make her own money. So can you send me that link? Because I asked Caitlin, because my mom, we trying to get my niece. She's 15 years old. She need to get out the house.
Okay, thanks, Johnny. Thank you, Mrs. Dixon, and for everybody's wonderful participation. We had a really great group of active participants. But thank you again. You have really opened up a lot of opportunity and shared great resources, and Again, we'll share them out to the group, but we appreciate your time for doing this today.
I appreciate you asking me. I will come back anytime that you would have me. I think this is a great bunch. Like I said in the beginning, you guys are creative and innovative, and I can't wait to see how you put your networking skills to work, okay? And if you need anything, I put my email address in the chat. Please do not hesitate to contact me if you want more information or if I can provide any more information as some of you are going off to college. Definitely, that's my wheelhouse. Feel free to contact me, okay? You guys are amazing.
Can y'all go subscribe to my channel? Y'all ain't got to turn the post notification on. I'm just trying to get my subscribers up.
Janae, I think you're gonna get those subscribers, Janae.
I don't think I got to be more confident by myself. It's like,
yeah,
I'm gonna get that though. I got this.
All right,
Can y'all go like too? Can y'all go subscribe too?
Yeah, Johnny, we're gonna end for today, but we'll see everyone on Thursday for those participating. Have a good one, everyone.
Okay, bye-bye, everyone.
Bye.